Happiness. Hi, Happiness. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, that's great. So, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good too.
Hi,
Thank you so
everyone.
much for asking. And thank you so much for joining us. It's an honor for us to have you here.
Okay, it's an honor to be part of this event. Thank you for inviting me.
You are welcome. So, you can share your screen now so that I can tell you that is it properly working or not.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have a screen, but I would be talking about my experiences and the trends I see in customer experience.
Okay, great. So, good luck. Stage is all yours now.
Okay, great. Once again, good afternoon to you all. My name is Happiness. I am a customer experience and change enabler. I have been working in the banking industry for 14 years. And specifically for the 14 years, I've spent much of it, about 10 years, in customer experience. So today I will be sharing with you my experiences as a customer experience specialist around the trends I see, what has been the key trends that drive customer experience, looking at the fact that we have come, I think by now we have come through the pandemic, and we are fine-tuning our strategies and building our strategies to meet the customer demands post the pandemic. So I'd like to start off with my presentation. It's not a prepared presentation, but coming from my experience. So one of the things that I've come to realize as I have been working in customer experience is that customer-led decision-making is the core and a strategy pillar for most organizations. And why do I say customer-led decision-makings? It is quite important and imperative that when building a customer strategy or a corporate strategy, it is built with the customer at heart and with a customer lens. So, which means that the decisions that or the drivers for the strategy should be put towards transforming customer experience. The decisions that are made should be for the customer. And given that for most customers, I believe that the core of the strategy would be customer. This should be the key driver for all decision making. And in making customer-led decisions, I believe that at times most of the strategies will be building or retracting back to say, can we introspect in the last period what worked for us in terms of our customer base, and what are we projecting to meet in terms of the heightening demands and expectation from our clientele. So I think at the core would be to try and come to the level of decreasing the gap within which we meet the customer expectation. So we should be at a minimum have a very slight gap in terms of meeting customer expectations. So most companies would build that through fixing the basics as one of their pillars in the strategy, then also building on in terms of the key customer experience pillars. And one of the key fallback strategies would be to fail fast forward, which means that in any situation, we expect that a company may not meet their expectations, and therefore we should be able to have a fail fast forward strategy. So I have also come through some of the key trends that shape customer experience, which have been defined, I think, in the last 2 years, and I'll take you through them. So one of the strategies that have been one time and again been discussed is around how to build a customer forward strategy, which I believe is the core of most companies that drive customer experience. Here, what most companies here are trying to drive here is to ensure that the customer is at the heart of their engagements. Customer experience is the priority for the board, the C-suite, and the organizational network. So this is also to enable an entrepreneurial culture and enforcing customer-led decisions and customer centricity. One of the trends that have come also across is to create omni-channel experiences for customers. So here, the expectation is that most companies must invest in omni-channel platforms to deliver exceptional customer experiences. And I'd like to expand more on that one. So in delivering omni-channel experiences, this requires a bit of investment in the different platforms or customer led platforms that a company may want to have. This requires a bit of investment, and therefore this will enable the customer to move from one platform to the next and still maintain the same experience across the different platforms. Building capabilities and competencies within the organization is also central to customer experience. This capabilities, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and innovation. These are also one of the key strategic pillars to help drive CX, adopting AI and technologies to enable the organization to scale new skills and capabilities and to orchestrate better customer journeys. So this will help also to fast track innovation delivery and for CX differentiation, which I believe is one of the key things that every company is looking for. So basically, AI, machine learning, and innovation will help most organizations to solve most of their CX problems. Data and analytics is one of the key levers to drive CX. So a company should invest in data and analytics tools to help mine data from the customers that they acquire on a daily basis to try and learn their patterns, to build customer journeys, and to have a deeper understanding of their customers, and in a way help them to personalize the customer journeys and fulfill their engagements. I also like to speak about having customer-centric staff as one of the key capabilities that needs to be built as part of the CX strategy. Building capabilities that are future fit, building capabilities that will help the staff to carry through the operations of the organization, such that there is focus on learning and development, acquire the right skills. So today we have a high number of skills that are required in the market in order to make an organization future fit. This today we're talking about data science and data analytics. We are talking about development ops. We are talking about innovation. So these are the skills that organizations need to think through as they build their employee value proposition, such that it also marries with the customer experience strategy. So basically here, it's to try and build a thriving workforce such that they drive the right environment, the right culture, such that the organization retains and attracts new customers. I think the last one that I want to focus on is around having to align and realign CX matrices. So remember, when I started, I talked about building the strategy around the customer. And therefore, the expectation is to have measures that are deliberate in enhancing CX, measures that are deliberate in improving where there are shortfalls, and also measures or strategies for fast fail forward. Here, the key is to align CX matrices to meet evolving customer demands, and also to align to market service drivers. I know in different service organizations and banking in particular, we more often like to benchmark through competition and benchmark through market leaders. So this is where the matrices come through to try and align with that. We are all aware that in the banking industry, we share a lot of customers. Customers are multi-banked customers, especially the different segments of customers would like to move around and experience service across different organizations. And therefore, it is quite key that the CX strategies or CX matrices are aligned to meet customer demand, are aligned to meet what the market forces are, and aligned to try and retain and benchmark from market leaders. I think this is a key component that needs to be revisited once time and again to ensure that there is that alignment. So at we may choose to come up with a matrix at the beginning of the year, and you find that during the course of the year, your data and analytics tell you or paint a story about the customer journeys and the expectations. Market data tells you what the customer demand is. And therefore, you need to come back and review your data and matrices to fine-tune and reset to meet customer demands. So basically, what I wanted to share with you is the experiences that I have come through over the years as I was engaging in different levels at CX. And I think for me, what really struck and has stuck with me is the ability for the organization to build capabilities and competencies to meet customer demands. So I will just pause there for questions.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. And I'll ask the audience that if they're having any question, they can ask you in the chat or in the QA session. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Happiness.
All right. Thank you so much.
Stay safe.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be wait for a few seconds, for a few minutes, so that if you guys are having any questions, so you can ask in the chat or in the QA session. Okay, so now this has been a wonderful event, and I have enjoyed listening to the talks of our speakers from different parts of the world. So it is a privilege and honor to be entrusted with such eminent people from different parts of the world. And thank you so much to our esteemed presenters and their valuable point of view. Now we have reached to the end of our conference. So on behalf of Platinum Global Solutions, I would like to thank all the stakeholders, including speakers, sponsors, and delegates, without whom this webinar would not have been possible. So I extend my best wishes to all of you. We will be back with novel themes in coming month in the field of customer experience and operational excellence in financial industry. So have a nice day, stay safe, and we are still live. If you guys are having any question, you can drop your questions to our speakers. Thank you so much for being here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So, Happiness, we are having a question for you in the QA session. So, please check it.
Yes, I just saw. Yeah, I just saw it. I'm just trying to understand it. So I think the question is asking how can the gaps identified being aligned to the customer at heart approach. So it says we need to know first what is the customer's most important. Okay, I think when driving a customer strategy, what needs to happen is that there is need to collect data points from a customer. For example, you need to understand from a sales point of view, how many sales are driven by each product, what are the customers that are driving the sales. At another level, you need to collect data in terms of what is the revenue attached to the sales. At another point, you need to address the feedback that is given by customers from the interactions that the customer has with the company. The feedback meaning whether it's normal feedback, complaints, or compliments that are related to the service that is offered by the organization, feedback relating to the transactions that are generated, or generally feedback related to the organization. So I think when using data to make decisions, it is quite easy for you to identify where the gaps are. Say, for example, you are using complaints data. Complaints data should be able to tell you which parts of the service needs attention, which parts of the product need attention. And therefore, when you try and channel solutions to address these challenges, or solutions may be small tactical solutions that can be done at an operational level, or strategic solutions that can be done through digitizing, strategic solutions that can be addressed through enabling solutioning through artificial intelligence, or solutioning through innovation. So I think having close contact with data or mining data from different data sources, including surveys that may be conducted by organization. It will be critical to help in aligning the strategy and also to addressing the problems that the company may have. So this question also spoke to voice of customer, which I think is one of the key aspects that needs to be measured. Voice of customer alongside voice of colleague, because I think often at times we forget about voice of colleague. Remember, voice of colleague or voice of employee also captures sentiments around how they service customers. It captures the user experience from an inside point of view. So having to measure that, as well as conducting customer satisfaction surveys to determine how to what extent are they satisfied with the product, with the service, with the organization, and to try and establish what key areas are driving their satisfaction. It would be great to mine such data such that when conversations around strategy, conversations around how the organization can build in artificial aided intelligence, this is quite key, and also in driving fluid operational aspects of the organization. I'm not quite sure if I've answered you.
Hi, thank you so much, Happiness. Can you hear me?
Okay, there's another question. I think on the chat it says, yes, data should be the basis of building strategy. Yes, data is quite important. Data mining is quite important, analyzing the data and also ensuring that there's investment in data science and analytics. It is quite important not only to mine the data, but also to analyze it such that it builds the right outputs in terms of defining customer journeys, defining what the next key steps are in terms of building product confidence, building the right sales pipelines using data.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Happiness.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you so much for answering all of our questions.
All right.
Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, now as we are at the end of the conference, so I would like to thank all of you for being here and adding value in our event. We are looking forward to work again with you in our next conferences. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. Enjoy your day and weekend. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Aida. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.